Hey everyone, Nadeem here. We are going to start our midday reset. As you can see, I'm in a car right now, but I'm going to walk you through it. For people who are joining us, just find a quiet place, whether you're at work or at home, where you will not be disturbed. And we're going to start with a few breathing exercises, then we're going to drop in. If you have to leave before the 15 minutes, you're fine to do that. It's not a problem. And in this meditation, there are no rules. Whatever works for you is what we need to do. So first, we're going to start with some breathing exercises. We're going to do the typical double breath inhale. So we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to take a deep breath. And then we're going to take another little bit of extra air when our lungs are at capacity. That's going to trigger that growth. So we're going to do and we're just exhaling through the mouth, and we're making that sigh sound. That's what tells the body that it's time to relax. We'll do it another time. Now these are full belly breaths. A lot of times we end up breathing only through the chest, and we want to make sure that we breathe into the belly. You'll be amazed at how much our bellies are always in tension. They're in brace position, and that's a learned behavior. And what we're trying to do is loosen those muscles up. So one more deep double breath, and we're going to take it all the way into the belly. And now we're going to drop into awareness. And if you are in a moving vehicle, you don't need to do this. But for people who are in the office, in a quiet place, go ahead and close your eyes. And we're going to focus on the blankness behind the eyes. And I'm going to point you where it is. It's usually here, but it's on the inside. So if you close your eyes and you focus where the third eye is, but behind the forehead, and you can find a dark spot there, that's what we are going to focus on. And we're just going to do normal breathing. And remember, thoughts are going to come. We are the sky, and the thoughts are just clouds. We're going to let them float. They're just going to come and they're going to go. Try not to stop thoughts. If you try to stop thoughts, they will only come back with more force. If you sit with a thought, it will dissipate. Now, a lot of times we have things going on in our work, and there's always stuff in our mind, and it just keeps coming back. Just try to sit with the thought that's coming back and notice it dissipate. In this moment, we have everything we need. We don't need anything else in this moment. And that's what we're going to get to. A lot of stress that people feel is not because it's a certain situation right now. The stress is because the mind either goes in the past or the mind goes into the future. The mind does not want to sit in the present. And that's what we're training ourselves to do, is to just sit in the present. And in this present moment, I have everything I need. I am enough. And we're going to just sit with that. Thoughts are going to come. We're just going to let them float by. Now, sometimes you will have something new come up. It's not a problem. We're just going to let it come and let it float by. Again, we're just going to keep focusing on the third eye, the blankness behind the eyes, and just try to get to that blank spot, that stillness. if you're not already doing some sort of a somatic response, what I like to do is touch my thumb to my index finger on both hands, and I put my palms facing upwards on my knees. So you want to have both hands like that, and we're just training the body. When we are in this position, the body will remember, hey, it's time to meditate. I'm going to start calming down. And as we go deeper into it, notice the tension in different muscles. You normally won't notice it until the mind kind of quietens down a little bit. Your shoulders, your neck, arms. It'll be the chest area, could be your stomach. For me, the biggest tension that I felt initially was in my stomach area. My stomach was always in brace position. It was always bracing for something or life to happen. And that is a lot of tension in the muscles that we carry every day. And this reset, we're just going to let that go. And that's the whole idea. Now, if you're just starting out, you're probably going to think of all different things, because when we sit in a calm position, the mind is going to start to turn around, right? The mind is going to start to turn. And that's okay. As you do more practice, you will get better at it, and the mind will start to quieten down. Again, we're focusing behind the eyes, behind the forehead, in the third eye position. Focus on that blankness behind the eyes. We are breathing normally. And we're just going to inhale, just a normal breath. And then as we exhale, we're going to loosen our stomach. We don't want to have any muscles bracing. Feel where the energy is in your body. For me, initially, that was very difficult to do. I was so disconnected from my body. But with practice, I trained myself to start seeing that body, and then sensing the pleasure behind sensory input from the body. You might have aches or pains. You might be tired. Certain parts of your body might be tired. It's not a problem. That's just sensory input. And we are just going to feel the pleasure behind that sensory input. And with enough practice, you will notice that even parts that are in pain have a type of a pleasure behind it, just feeling that. And we're just going to sit with that. Focusing on the third eye, the blankness behind the eyes. Notice how we have sensory input from the body. We have thoughts in our mind, but something is sensing all of this. The thoughts, the sensory inputs. There is something that is sensing all of this. What is that? That's the awareness. And for people who are just starting out, you may not feel it yet. But with practice, you will start to feel that, and you will have all three legs of the stool, and that's what's going to bring us into alignment. Just sitting with that blankness behind the eyes. Just breathing normally. Sometimes the mind gets into overdrive and it's just going very fast. A trick is to focus on your breath. If you focus on your breath, the mind will quieten down. That is a type of focus that will kind of bring you into the moment, into the current moment. Just sitting with that blankness behind the eyes. Nothing to solve, nothing to fix. We are here in this moment, and we have everything we need. If you feel some aches and pains, that's okay. It's just sensory input. We sense things in our body the same way we sense thoughts in our mind. We're just noticing them and letting them pass. You may notice some tension creeping up in the neck, in the shoulders area, or in some other parts of your body. It's okay. Just sit with that a little bit and you will notice it will start to loosen up. We're just letting go. As we exhale, with every exhale, we let go of everything that does not serve us. We inhale the oxygen. It goes to every cell in our body, and then we exhale anything that does not serve us. The tension, the anxiety. There is nothing to fix in this moment. Notice some muscles will tighten up again. That's not a problem, it's okay. The body's just been trained to keep tension in these muscles. We're just going to sit with it and let them loosen up, let it relax. I can feel a little bit of something in my right shoulder. Nothing to fix. Just sensing it. It's just input. Notice how as your focus goes towards a certain part where you're getting sensory input, it changes that input. Like my right shoulder, I was feeling a little bit of an ache in it, and as I sat with it, it dissipated. Where focus goes, energy flows. Just sitting with that. And slowly we're going to open up our eyes, just gently. And that is our midday reset. Hope everybody had a good reset today, and we will be back tomorrow, same time. Have a good day, everyone.